And JL have someone very near them. So OUG and Bowder are in close proximity to one another, just grabbing whatever gear they can get. And this could genuinely decide the outcome for one of these two teams right here, right now, at least their status in this game. But Wolves get themselves in a fight here versus FBX. Down by some wings. They have actually already got ZK getting himself caught in danger. Zen gets parried, is able to pick that fan back up. ZK still alive for now, but he's getting low. You can see that Water's trying to break away. Xiaohu goes down. Wolf ZK also goes down, but Zen with the fan finishing up what he needs to onto Water. Water gets a Soul Bloom and heals himself back up. This is very dangerous here for Wolves as FBX has got complete control. It's actually a 2 versus 2. In comes Dongqing after saving the day, but Zem goes down. FPX turn it around.
Longsword charge verticals and trios matter. It will never fall out of fashion. Water doing such a good job of just harassing Wolves and making sure that they do not get to take advantage of the stagger attacks to set up for the fan focus hits. Is OUG and Bowden are going to be taking that fight. We already knew that you got that purple hangsword off of the rip. We saw it before we cut over to Wolves' fight. Tessa V1 comes on through, locking down the players from Bowder's side. We are going to see that Teva now coming into play. The 3-second stun window coming out as SS throws out. The ultimate connects onto one of the players, allows you to try and come through with that hangsword connection onto Yuran, who is going to go down. OUG starting things off with 3 kills. This is the start that they wanted. This is why I wanted to see these teams deny the Tessa, Viper, and Wuchen. That CC so early on in the game is such a huge turnaround in terms of those fights and third-party potentials. As JL currently tracking down, it looks like they have a bounty out onto JJH. TXJ a little bit ahead of the rest of the pack on that Tumult. Is actually going to be able to reposition before the Bane's Breath drops in. Really good kite coming through. JDH feeling the pressure, going to be dropping that Bane's Breath. JL committing into the fight now that they're going to be away from where the Bane's Breath is playing from potentially. VVV actually goes for the surfing with the Tumult ultimate. They lock JDH into position, take their chances against the AoE, find the isolated targets, manage to find the kills, and now it's just the isolated Karumi that they have to try and deal with. Huge parry, but VVV cannot take advantage of it because of that AoE splash damage coming on through. VVV still not able to find the kill damage necessary, as JL have to be very careful they don't stay in this area too long. That Bane's Breath is a huge target locator. Everyone in the zone. VVV doesn't get hit by a second. Bane's Breath will be able to live, but JDG with the third party drawn in by the blue marker on the mini-map, wanting to come in for the third party and take some of these kills. They've got the Tessa, they've got the Viper, they've got the Wuchen, they have the better ultimate economy, and unfortunately JJH now also having to deal with TE, who turn up for the show as well.
And down goes Chalui there, picked up. JJH's VVV, has the tether on him, so has a little bit of sustain, keeping the damage up onto Flames. Flames going to get jumped on by One Feng as well, because he's going to go for the transform, and that means JL, they want to just break away from this. Terracotta Warrior is going to really mess them up. VVV hasn't got many pots to work with, is the major problem he's got right now. He does obviously have a Karumi, which is basically a walking pot. But VVV is getting himself juggled about. The Karumi tether doing some work for him, but the slam, the staggering onto him as Flames is waiting it out. Just playing a very Western shootout style there, holding their mark as now Flames gets turned onto. One Fang still got the backup as VVV should just be able to turn this around onto Flames as down he goes.
Yeah, good turnaround coming from JL. Also, really good job from One Fang to just hold that tether instead of break it early. You do get 90% damage reduction, but it does only last 4 seconds once the tether has depleted. And they did buff the F3 about 4 months ago? Something like that, to the fact that it now offers not just damage reduction, but also heal duration when the tether is applied. So it's just a lone Yushan. It's incredibly early on as well, so the ultimate isn't really scaled to do all that much damage. It's not like it's a legendary weapon level Yushan Terracotta Warrior that you have to worry about. So sitting with the tether is much more effective than snapping it and getting 90% damage reduction for the lone 4 seconds, of which the Yushan is just going to melt your Takeda afterwards. As we're going to see Bowder head-to-head versus TE. Tessa V1 will be able to connect on to Leo. He's going to go down immediately. As a result, Han now having to live throughout that Yodo F. Jing swapping over to the bow, looking to find the opening shots onto this Yodo as 1 versus 2. No combo breaker available for the Yodo either, since the F has already been burned through early. Will be able, unfortunately, to break away, but the Tesla V1 enchantment had already attached to him, and unlike with the Viper, even if you break line of sight, once that tether is up, the only way you can cancel out of it is either iframing the stun or interacting with the soul urn, something that Battle would just not allow the Yoto to be able to do.
Not at all. It looks like GG right now, though. Just running around the map trying to grab himself a couple of extra kills. 3 in at this point. But TE... they're just shy. They're actually got a bit more to do if they want to get into that position where they can also join the big boys at the top. But this still feels like this is nobody's game. Still feels like anybody could cash in the points necessary to find the win. As Bowder getting himself in a fight here versus Wolves. 2 front runners going toe to toe. Zem gets himself caught out by the charm. Peek. Going and very low. The Wushen port out. They want nothing to do with that. But Zem's going to keep the pressure up with the rest of Wolves at his back pocket. They can see Aran quickly does the old turnaround once he spots exactly where they are. Trying to keep the pressure up onto Peek. Peek making a break for it. It looks like they should be able to break away from this one for the moment. But Peek's now in some serious danger. And Zem making sure he's there for EG to secure that kill for the side of Wolves. They're keeping the pressure up though onto Jing. Jing in some serious danger now. He is going very, very low. They do catch the parry, and Jing goes down.
Yeah, Wolves coming in with that Viper V1. We're going to have Realm of Yang spawning in a little bit. As we can see that Wolves now get a little bit of time to be able to loot all of the resources as well as the body in that area, absorbing all of the scaling that Bada previously had access to. It's going to be KLA moving in position to occupy one of the Realm of Yangs. JL potentially pushing towards one. DRG also looking towards one. OUG and GG drawn towards one in the northeast, as well as FPX starting to make a move, showing that they definitely want to mobilize for that one too. Currently, no one is actually going for either the cave or the Spirit Well, as we are going to see potentially JJH and DRG as well as Alliance all taking a fight. No one really wanting to overstep, no one wanting to get griefed by the Tesla compositions. As in the meantime, Bowder take advantage of everyone positioning around the Realm of Yangs, pick themselves up a Rebirth Charm and manage to get one of their players back off of that Soul Altar entirely unopposed. Who is going to be able to slip into these portals? Who's going to be able to guarantee that they take a fight 3v3 without having to worry about the Tesla Viper or Wuchen GG? Immediately sliding into one of these. The Alliance going to be going head-to-head with them. No one else. There it is. JJH and FPX deciding to pick one up. But crucially, none of the top 5 teams deciding to opt towards taking it. It's GG now. Unfortunately for CTS, gets a hit before he can properly go aerial into that Zai V2. The fire tick shredding so much of the armor already. Forces the ultimate activation.
Oh my word.
Got the Matari ultimate as well coming on through. The Fury shoves from CJS attempting to just cut through every single person on this Matari composition stacked up around that Zai to try and give the sustain necessary. But the V2 to live. Peripheral going incredibly low. GG's going to take cover. Refuge seeks sanctuary inside the Tumult ultimate before cutting back in, knowing that the Zai ultimate is going to be running out any minute now. CGS is going to receive that zip heal to go aggressively into that first forward position. Lane forced into using the F3. He's not going to have it to be able to reposition. Should go down if GG are being able to break past. The Alliance tried to close ranks, save the Zai, but they're not able to stop GG. And the Zai will fall, making it a 3 versus 2. Longsword getting cut into by that fan. The charge vertical just coming out so much faster as CJS continues to hound the pressure down and make it. That Alliance possibly cannot contest this Takeda, and GG walk away with the win.
Easy little pickup there for GG and a jump forwards in their pressure in the overall game. OUG also win a run with Yang for themselves though, so still more of the front runners also getting themselves those pickups. There is a... Do you see immediately GG get themselves in a fight with OUG. OUG ready to pounce on them the moment they come out. OUG trying to put the kills together. Teva comes down. You coming in for the Viper stun. Can he actually make it connect in time? I think he did. Yeah, GG able to break away from that one. But you, very, very low HP. His armor's been stripped away, and the Fear and Shove's doing so much work to them. There's the Wu Chen port out. OUG seriously regretted taking that fight versus GG, but GG keeping the pressure up. The King low HP. OUG already got 6 kills. GG with 6 kills as well. Looking to try and keep that pressure up onto them. Can they get the grapple locks down onto SS? Yes, they can. They're keeping him pressured for the moment as SS now trying to make a break for it, but he gets himself knocked back. Use healing up. The Flamer comes down just for a little bit of a tick damage, a little bit of burst onto them as they actually do find the King with the blue armor. Pick that blueberry. With the fan here from CGS, he joins the rest of the team. SS is being cooked by the Flamer. Down he goes. You low HP as well. This is absolutely brutal. The King being melted. GG making it look easy as they take them down. They're looking for 2 weekly finals back to back.
It looked like OUG wanted to set up a pinch play because their Wu Chen was actually behind GG. So they had the Tessa play as bait, and GG like followed the Tessa, and then the Wu Chen was getting in position to be able to lurk. As we can have a look and see, this is how OUG were able to win against DRG. You has that Viper V3, has not popped it just yet, goes incredibly low. Does go down to a bow shot coming through from DRG's Xi, but it still looks like OUG were able to find the turnaround. Huge parry onto Wu Chen off of both SS and the King, immediately turning it into a 2v2. Xi gonna go down to the pressure. Parry does come on out again as OUG are able to find the turnaround despite lacking one of their players very, very quickly. The fact that they were able to do that without that Viper V3. The fact that they took a Realm of Yang fight with the Viper composition speaks to the confidence and also the panic, the pressure that OUG are under. They've been seeing these other teams come in with kills. They don't know which teams have been coming in with the kills, so they felt pressure enough to take a Realm of Yang with a composition that does not traditionally benefit inside it. Still able to walk with the win, put themselves up to 6 kills, and I believe they've been able to cleanse themselves of Yang depletion, or rather they had Vermilion Bird's Might, so they didn't have to cleanse themselves of Yang depletion. There's Wolves now getting pressured by DRG. They do not have Vermilion Bird's Might, and they've still got 2 lots of blue armor, as we're going to see Viper V1 5-second stun come on out. But unfortunately, even if you find the stun on the Cicada, you can still use the Fear and Shoves even in the stun window. They're able to find the pick onto DRG's WFC. Regardless, however, as XEM Scourishes repositions, comes in with that drop down F2 connection and silence onto these other players. Huge parry back to back coming on out from the Viper. Absolutely gorgeous. Sets up the charge vertical from EG to be able to scoop up that kill onto Wuxian as well. Great synergy coming through from Wolves. Another parry from XEM onto Xi. And that puts them up to 6 kills.
That was really nice there. And suddenly, 7 kills actually. Suddenly we got multiple teams all in MVP position right now. 7 kills to Wolves, 6 to OUG, 9 to GG. JL, they've got their work cut out for them if they want to try and contest this. And remember, it's not just about you're getting the MVP. If someone else gets MVP, you still want points and prize money based on your placement. So NBP takes first place, but then after that, we go off the points system. So right now, GG could surpass JL if they have a good enough game. Even if they don't win, they'll still take that third or even potentially second place points worth of pools, points pools that goes towards your world position. Wow, that was word soup.
That was a tongue twister.
Yeah, I made a tongue twister by accident.
KLA trying to make us go all the way to game 8 because I believe they're on 8 kills now. As Alliance pushes a rebuff charm, no surprises, this is the time that we tend to see these teams lacking those players go for the rebuff charms, taking advantage of everyone positioned for the Realm of Yang, and they will immediately be able to find the revive. GG wanting to try and just play sustain. They've already got more than enough kills, not wanting to put themselves under the duress that potential Yang depletion forces. JL are going to be playing Capture the Spirit while no one's actually contesting them currently, as everyone is prioritizing getting those kills or griefing the locales of those Yang entrances. Does anyone actually go through? They've spawned. We're waiting to see the banner pop up of if a team decides to actually take the fight. Surely someone goes in.
This is...
Yeah, there we go.
GG
GG.
FPX.
FPX, legendary pole sword, legendary fan. The CGS, they also have a flamer off of the first realm of Yang. KLA is going to get theirs for absolute free, which is really unfortunate for them. They wanted to get the free kills to be able to contest some of these top teams because KLA are not MVP eligible. They need this to go to game 8. Yes, CJS will be able to find the Takeda F, immediate connection onto Jiahu into Takeda ultimate activation. Jiahu instantly gonna go for the transformation. Smudge ultimate drops. However, it's not in time to save LXM from being grabbed. The zip sustain is going to mean that he lives. The Kurumi V2 now comes on through as CJS breaks free before the monk can find the grab, utilizing those pillars to dance and dodge around the flying hand sent his way. Jiahu has not been able to find any form of value in this ultimate and is going to be dropping out in a mere moment. And you can see GG getting in position to punish the monk the second that it does. CGS now turning in with his teammates, with that fan, avoiding the Yushin ultimate, putting the pressure onto the Kurumi. They do lose GG's free. He does go down. The Kurumi Tower connecting onto the Tianhai, and suddenly CJS is forced into using the scale rushes to try and reposition and pop up in a location that FX aren't expecting. Held into position by the charged RMB on the Halbert. Uppercut connection coming on through from Jiahu. FPX are turning this around. What has Yushin ultimate provided all of the stagger, all of the spacing for FPX to play into, and as a result, GG were just not able to get past and onto the monk once the ultimate had been removed. FPX played traditional Transformers perfectly.
Yeah, that was really, really well played. I think there was a bit of a scatter call from GG because they went to jump the monk the moment he de-transformed, and then they were like, actually, maybe we should go on the Kurumi, and they honestly just dropped the ball a little bit on that play by kind of a little bit of miscoordination. I think if they had either decided as a group, right straight on the Kurumi or right straight on the monk, they might have been able to come out for a better off that, but unfortunately they weren't able to do much. To be fair, also the fear and shove was a little bit of a disappointing one. They weren't able to achieve too much with that one either. But GG coming fresh off the revive now. They got 4 minutes to secure themselves the kills. Let's see if they can put anything together.
KLA are up to 8, by the way. They
up to 8?
Uncontested, they got their own of Yang, but they did take the fight immediately afterwards. And they picked up Draco Storm too. It only has 39 seconds left on it, but they're still going to be able to use it to get incredibly aggressive. As JL hunt down JJH's flames, who will go up in flames and lose that blistering edge. As we're going to see OUG now hunting some of these stragglers. They're able to find Alliance's revenge. Big kills coming through from them. That puts them up to 9. This is getting into dangerous territory. Jake, these teams who are MVP eligible are about to hit double digits. And FPX and KLA are pretty much the only two currently that can put a stop to the rampage and put us into game 8 afterwards.
It's mostly the teams who are left on the map are ones who are NBPL eligible. Wow. They can win the game. They can win the day. There we go. What? I think I just had too much alphabet spaghetti for breakfast. I think that's what it is. There's just too many letters in my mouth. There's CJS and the rest of Wolves are... Well, sorry, Wolves being run down by GG. Can they make this work? GG get the finish up down on to ZK. Catching out onto the tether. They need to touch the urn or CJS is going to find himself charmed any second now. Catches a clang. Gets the knockback, but they immediately pressure onto him. Great use of that F on the ultimate there to make sure that CJS doesn't get himself caught out by the tether from the ultimate. That next one actually goes a little bit wide here from ZK, and down goes EG. Wolves, the chances are disappearing from them as CJS, low HP, one last member standing. GG cleanse themselves, jump up to 12 kills, and they knock out one of the competition. This is big for them.
Oh, Kale is under pressure from Barda. That's the Witch and Teleport. Already burnt out, and Barda still have that Viper V1. We're going to see the Tessa V1 come through, connecting onto Barda. into that Viper stun as well. There's the V3, the silence coming through. QGG just trying to clear up the space and allow KLA to just regroup, get the reset that the Witch and Teleport was denied because of how quickly Bowder claps on top of them afterwards. There's the legendary Dual Blades. We are going to see pressure come through. We throw those onto Bowder's Peak, who gets caught up into the Tessa V1. That's Bowder now getting to utilize their Wu-Chen teleport and reposition. Did KLA see where they were going?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Bowder teleport directly on top of OUG. And you does have that Viper V3. Finds the connection onto Bowder's Peak and out of the frying pan into the fire. Out of the frying pan of a team who were not MVP eligible and directly into the clutches of a team that are. OUG suddenly hit double digits as a GG ever so slightly ahead of them currently 12-10. Both of these teams popping off in rounds that KLA really wishes they weren't.
Yeah, OUG now eyeing up FPX, who are on the edge of the zone playing a little bit of shopping. Here from you, as Dongqing has found Yoran from Bowder. Just looking for them, but not going to be able to find it. FPX are the only person, FPX and KLA actually, the only two teams who are potentially able to stop this snowball from happening. The teams that could potentially deny the day from ending here and now. But with the Bane's Breath coming down, it's probably going to just slow everything down just a tad. But GG, OUG, all in the running. Wolves probably praying right now for KLA or FPX to pop off and win this game.
And GG have a flamer in the pocket too. Not all Yang wins are created equal. GG got a purple flamer as well as the legendary weapon from their first Yang, and they have been putting it to use. As OUG gonna be looking, trying to scout out some stragglers, anyone who's trying to play a little bit safe, ironically becoming the absolute opposite as all of these teams try and hunt down the stragglers. OUG, not... Well, I mean, they're stacked in terms of purple. They don't have a legendary soldier, unfortunately for them. We don't know what GG is currently running with. We do know they're going to have a lot of money, however. There it is. 2 legendary soldiers coming through from this team. They're running the Z-Ping rather than the Kurumi variant of Sand Siphon, and Kurumi gets a lot of value in a line that Takeda go incredibly aggressive with that F3 as we're going to see everyone gravitate towards controlling the Spirit Well. Not every team wants to be in the middle. It's much more about being able to utilize this location on the mini-map to be able to track the other teams around you, get a feel for what compositions are still going to be left in the game so that you can feed that intel into how you play your macro decision-making when we head into Final Zone. As there's the Flamer coming through. Fire Tick immediately going to be connected onto Bowder, who does throw out the Tessa V1. Unfortunately, he's just dead before he can proc. As CJS does have Phantom Step, we can see on every single one of his dodges. As it is going to be FPX and JL just sort of feeling each other out. JL were able to make away with the Spirit Well. It looks like his VVV has that legendary armor. FPX now taking a lot of pressure coming through from KLA. As GG gonna be playing the long con. Purple invisibility bush. Wait, get a read on the situation. Don't overplay your hand. Don't get too over-aggressive. You've already picked up 13 kills. Just let everybody else play themselves out of their ultimates, out of their abilities, and carry you into a better kill score multiplier.
They're doing the variant challenge though, so everyone should know where they are, or at least roughly where they are. So, see if GG can stay safe off that. But with the Bane's Breath and stuff, there's so many kind of factors that kind of just buy them the time, and this is probably going to be a bit of a waiting game for the next couple of moments while we wait to see what the next move is, what the next spark is going to be that sets these teams off. There's 15 players and 5 teams left, and out of those 5 teams, FPX and KLA are the only 2 who can't win here. Yep. 3 teams of our 5 are capable of taking it all any moment now within the next 5 moments.
Tenterhooks watching this. Like, they're going to be on the edge of this seat.
Bowder going to be very nervous. KLA going to be very nervous, but if they don't win here, they're in trouble because, well, I mean, obviously, but they want to win here, or they want someone else to win, or FPX. They want them or FPX to win, because then that guarantees them a spot in Game 8. That last
GG
chance
already getting
to
in position to put the punishment. They've seen where the zone is collapsing into, and they've made sure they're positioned accordingly directly in the middle of it. So when the teams run towards where the zone's going to collapse, they run into the flamer. Oh, that's going to be tough. There's a lot of trees, however, which does mean that the Vipers are going to find a lot of value in terms of being able to come in with their ultimate. Unfortunately, there's also a lot of cover to be able to break line of sight on the tether. There's the flameland coming through from GG, getting a little bit of pressure from FPX, immediately going to be raising their hackles and showing this one off to try and push FPX away, deter them from engaging, because you can see the second that any of the teams in the area see a team getting pressured, immediately everyone is on them. The entire lobby turns onto GG. This is the reason why they sat on the flamer. This is why they didn't want FPX to actively engage onto them, because OUG saw that opportunity, came in with the scatter shot, put the pressure onto GG, who are now having to run away from 3 different teams, get hit by the Tessa V1, reposition, forced into dropping the Tumult ultimate to be able to recover and recuperate. Peripheral is immediately going to be showing that Phoenix Blast as well. All of the trump cards that GG wanted to sit on have now, for the most part, been revealed.
Yeah, they've definitely shown their hand a little bit here. But they have been able to re-heal, reset up. CJS, not full heal, mind you. Doesn't get all his pots off, but he's pretty happy with this one. I say that, and then he gets an arrow to the back of the head, so he's probably going to want to pop an armor pot. But there does have a zip, so they'll be able to zip back up. As we do see the Spirit Well in the middle of the zone actually get popped here. It looks like it's actually going to be... I can't even tell who's fighting for it. OUG are in there. GG able to avoid and away from getting caught out by... Oh, no. They were actually caught by the urn, but were able to break away to safety. This is getting super heated. 3-3-0, losing a lot of HP. The power of the cannons absolutely mincing through that health bar here from you. OUG, they started this season by winning the first bi-weekly. They started this season by dominating trios, and nobody could come close to them. And then after the end of the second bi-weekly, after week 4, they fell off. They disappeared off the map, and now it's their turn to come back and reclaim that spot at the top as they take 3-3-0's life from him, removing one of GG's key players and weakening GG's ability to be able to take the win at the end of this game. OUG controlling their portion of the map as JL pressuring up onto KLA as well, as the zone is going to be moving any moment now, and the players are going to be getting forced closer and closer together. This could just ignite in a second as you forcing the Vipers out of the trees, making sure that they can't just drop down on top of him and find that mass AoE stun down. They're just holding the Spirit Well as well while doing this, but that's going to be you securing a kill onto JL. Another competitor loses a teammate from them, giving them the man advantage as you finds himself running away to safety away from QGG, who's looking for the lockdown onto him. They're going to try and find the stun. They're going to be able to get it as you goes low. Quick blink out there from the Wu Chen to get them to safety. Yu has his own ultimate. He's going to throw it down. He's going to join in to the mess of everyone here, looking to find the lockdown onto them. Can't quite connect it as we do see FPX grab themselves a kill onto OUG and JL. Xiaohu slimming down the chances of the other teammates, the other players in the game. 13 kills to GG, 12 to OUG, 11 to FPX. Make that 10, make that 12. They are cashing in on more. FPX looking for the members of KLA. Can they make it happen? Can they make the miracle work? GG looking for that miracle comeback like they did 2 weeks ago. FPX Dongqin gets himself his 13th kill for the team. He is tied with GG right now. It's all about placement. It's all about finding that prime opportunity, waiting out the monk transformation. LXM with the crossbow on the high ground, just trying to rain down the shots onto FPX, waiting out these transforms. The king drops down as FPX get themselves their 14th kill. It's getting closer for getting bad here for the side of FPX. In jumps GG into the mix. They're going to lose the knockbacks, force water into the zone, but another transformer's broken out from FPX in the meanwhile. Dongqing is incredibly low HP meanwhile. While this fight is breaking out, they're looking for the opportunity. Xiaohu's health bar is going low. He's finding himself bot back. He's trying to get the slam down. The sandstorm comes out. CGS is putting the work in for his team. He's still got got the fear and shove to work with as GG. They're doing it again, just like 2 weeks ago. They remove OUG, the ultimate from their Decatur, liquefies everyone in the lobby. 18 kills. There is no one who can come close. GG have done it again.